Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be installing the new exhaust on the XMR 1000 Can-Am Renegade. I just said it all backwards, but it doesn't matter. But we're gonna put the exhaust on from SLG Welding, way up in Alberta, Canada, I believe. And again, I'm gonna say it, all the cool stuff, all the good parts for these Can-Ams are coming out of Canada. But anyways, we got the SLG Bomber series with the quiet core and the spark arrestor, because you know where we ride, we got to have a spark arrestor. Also, my wife, she typically rides behind me and she didn't want the exhaust pointed at her and she didn't want it blaring, so we went with the quiet core and the Bomber, which is cool because it points out the side. So let's get into a quick unboxing, work on the install, maybe do a montage because that seems to be the cool thing to do. And then we'll do some sound clips of OEM OEM exhaust and the SLG, and I'll use a decibel meter. We'll see how much louder it actually is, so stick around, let's jump into it. All right, so we got the box open. Again, this is from SLG Welding, so it's the kind of stuff we got. All kinds of packing material. Found a bolt there. There was some rattling around. I'm assuming it's all from customs and stuff. We got our pipe there. And we definitely have some bolts that come loose, some nuts. But yeah, here is the muffler sticker. So I'm gonna get all this unwrapped, we'll lay it out so you guys can check it out. All right guys, so we're gonna work on getting that pile right there on the floor transformed onto the back of this. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of that. So I'm assuming we've got to take all this, get the fenders up, take off this, pull this out, yank everything out. So instead of going into a bunch of detail, let's just slide into a montage. That seems like to be the thing to do, so let's do it.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient, and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy, I need some silence, please. You're all too loud, you don't speak quietly. Opinions violently thrown across every surface, it makes me nervous. Is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I started to grow. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone, just wanna break, no. I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous. Scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of love, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I just gotta get through, gotta get through. I just gotta get through, gotta get through. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through.
All right, so one thing I want to point out on this install, it's pretty self-explanatory. It does come with a new exhaust clamp. And what I found out was when you put the can onto the header pipe, these 4 bolts here that attach the pipe to the can are slotted, and it allows that can to rotate on this pipe. And I was coming up a little short here on the pipe as far as enough to actually go onto the factory header pipe. Reached out to Shane over at SLG, explained, to keep these loose, tighten these last, and it gives you plenty of movement in the pipe and the can to get full engagement onto the factory header. So just something I want to point out, make sure that you leave those to tighten last after you get everything set. Get your reach, tighten up your exhaust clamp just enough to hold the pipe in place so you can't rotate it by hand, and then snug all those up nice and tight and fold over the little tabs here on this lock ring to keep them from backing out on you. But just a quick tip on this particular pipe I wanted to mention because it was a little mistake I made, but no biggie. SLG, Shane, great service. He called me while he was out of town in the middle of nowhere. So really appreciate all the customer service and help that he provided, but great exhaust, really digging it. All right, guys, so this isn't gonna be too scientific, but it's gonna be scientific because well, we got stuff with blinky, flashy stuff on there. And we're gonna try to get a measurement. We're gonna do all these sound checks in my garage, so they're gonna be really loud, but it's all gonna be the same thing because it's cold outside. So let's see if this old girl will start. We're gonna get a baseline decibel reading off a cold start. Gonna try to hold this in the same spot every time. All right, so looks like our average here was about 77 decibels. That 86, probably just me talking or the first initial startup, but we averaged out about 77 decibels. So we're going to go ahead and put the exhaust on and we'll see what the change is after we get her set up. All right, we are going to try to get a decibel reading on this pipe compared to stock, which is around 77 decibels. So I'm going to turn on the same app. We're going to go the same distance and see what we average out here. So about 87 decibels, pretty cool. It's about 10 decibels higher than stock, but keep in mind this has got the quiet core, it's got the spark arrestor in it, and it sounds nasty compared to the stock muffler for sure. All right, that's gonna wrap this one up, guys. Again, this is the SLG Welding Bomber Series pipe. This is the Quiet Series. And if you get on their website, you're going to see 2 different flavors of this pipe, Quiet or Performance Series. The only difference is the Quiet Series is going to come with the spark arrestor and the Quiet core, which both can be removed, and then you've got a Performance Series pipe. And from what I understand, the Quiet core and the spark arrestor will net you about 7 to 10 decibels reduction over the Performance Series pipe. So where we ride a lot, state forest, things like that, spark arrestors are required. There is some decibel limits, but I've never been checked. But you know, doing our part, the spark arrestor is a good idea if you're riding in woods, especially in the fall when things are dry. But anyways, I'll digress a little bit. If you guys would, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on everything we have coming up, whether it's reloading or off-roading. So I appreciate y'all very much. But that's going to wrap it up. But until next time, God bless.